Virgo, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So let's get into it. Big, deep breath, right? All the things that are going on. We're just coming off of a new moon in Gemini last week. When I'm recording in real time, obviously these are collective readings, so use your discernment. Not everything's going to resonate. Just choose what's for you. Leave the rest behind. But yes, we did, when I'm recording this, we did have a new moon in Gemini, and it's bringing up a lot of duality in terms of how we're seeing people, situations showing up, how they're acting, how they're behaving, etc. And it's presenting new opportunities for us to choose things accordingly, right? Sometimes we don't see the full picture. Sometimes it takes time, not to be redundant, but for things to unfold. And when we start seeing the reality, when we start seeing the whole picture, that's really when Spirit wants us to sit with it. See if it feels right for us. Does it truly align, or is there something better? And so we'll start off with an energy cleansing. Sorry, that was kind of an anticlimactic intro. We'll start off with this energy cleansing just to clean out any unwanted energy, blocks, bad vibes, that type of thing, negativity. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the reading. If there are specific things that you need Spirit to deliver answers to, now is the time to set that intention. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best from coming through. Fear, doubt, anxiety, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value. Release it all from our being. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right, let's get into it, Virgo. So the heavy sigh, there's a lot going on. And this week, moving into this week, unfortunately, tensions are going to be building and growing. So we really want to create a stable foundation for ourselves, open up to the flow a little bit more, not be so resistant to what is happening, what is unfolding, even if it's something we don't like. You know, that practice of surrender that I was just talking about, it gives us time and space to really assess everything, look at the dynamic, look at what's happening, what's unfolding, and make better decisions for ourselves. Okay, yeah, so foresee the future. I love that. Such a beautiful confirmation on the energy that I was just talking about. We are in this time collectively of just being able to look at the bigger picture, look at that bird's eye perspective. It's not about this immediate gratification. Going back to that element of surrender I was just talking about, you know, we don't have to push forward if we don't have an answer. And Spirit is asking you these next couple weeks to just really watch things unfold, watch how it plays out, and then bring it back to your soul, right? Really do some internal reflection, some understanding about what you're inviting into your life, what kind of dynamics, even the messier dynamics that you don't want to deal with. How are you showing up in those? What is your response? Is it something that is actually helping the whole, or is it ego-based for that moment, that instant gratification? You know, and what I'm hearing, unfortunately, there are going to be some tougher things that we're moving through, especially the week of June 9th. So it is about having that faith in the process. Sometimes we don't take immediate action and it almost feels like we're sacrificing something. But in reality, if it helps the long term, if it serves us for the long term, then it's a smart choice to make at that time. Yeah, because it is bringing you your freedom. And we're seeing this again all across the board. I believe another zodiac sign got that, like this element of just letting go, surrender, so that you can tap more into the freedom of life, right? We don't have to be so bogged down by people's desire to control or manipulate our lives. We can actually take control of what we want. And so there are some things that are happening. I do hear, especially with a lot of the tension mounting lately, there are going to be some things popping off. I was hearing specifically someone spiraling out of control. And you really have to pay attention to that. Not in terms of engaging with that energy, right? They might try to take you down with them, is what I'm hearing. So that's that place of self-protection, Four of Pentacles. Really just making sure that you are being wise, that you're being conscious. We talked a lot about in the weekly reading the value of taking care of our mental, our emotional, our physical well-being. Health and wellness, mind, body, soul, gives us the strength, gives us the fortitude to overcome things that are more difficult, or when people are popping off, going crazy, that type of vibe. Spirit does want you, or your energy is feeling like you need to self-protect right now, especially as things change, and especially as you're seeing a new perspective in this dynamic. There's always going to be duality in everything, right? We're in Gemini season, and that can be rough. It can be a bitter pill to swallow. Someone or something is wanting relationship, wanting connection with you, but there's something about this that doesn't feel quite right. Or else you wouldn't really need to self-protect. Or else you wouldn't feel like you, like you can't be your authentic self, or you can't have, we need boundaries with everybody, but this feels like someone who's pushing the boundaries. This feels like someone who's coming out to extend a hand, maybe of friendship, of collaboration, but I do feel like this person. I feel like this is someone who's already in your energy. They're trying to play off of your emotional world. Yeah, bringing you an offer, an option, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't feel like you trust it. I feel like there's something about this that's keeping you very hesitant. This is something I feel like you probably have seen coming, and now it's here. And you've been planning, you've been preparing, but you don't really know what to do with it. You're like, I saw this, but I knew this was going to happen this way. But now you have to actually kind of put into practice the strength that you've built, right, for yourself. Three of Wands. For you, you just want to wait on it. I feel like you want to make sure that this person is going to do what they say that they're going to do. So there is this element of you kind of pumping the brakes. You're leaving the door open on some level with the world being blocked. Closure, ending to a cycle, giving someone something, the benefit of the doubt. Being faithful to your commitments. Even if it's not a commitment that you see yourself moving forward in, you still want to give everyone or everything a chance, an opportunity, so that you can better understand. So it's not just something that you're self-protecting out of like fear or limitation, but it's like you want to gather all the information. You want to make sure that you are seeing everything correctly. And there is a lot that's being taken for granted in this dynamic. It's interesting because I definitely feel like this Queen of Cups energy, this can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to. We all embody all of the zodiac. But this is definitely someone who's acting out of their emotional energy, their feminine energy, trying to present this like loving, nurturing disposition, trying to start something fresh with you. But it's interesting, in their energy, we're getting 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, if I can pick it up, maybe. We're getting 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, which equals the 4 of Cups, which is the energy between you and this dynamic. And this is energy, sorry to be redundant, I know I use that word all the time, but this is an energy, like I said, of taking something for granted, being really depressed around something, not seeing its worth, not seeing its value, too caught up in your emotions. And this person, situation, side, it's all water. It's all emotional energy. And, you know, I don't know, you just feel like that. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to go down this road. I don't know if this really vibes for me. I don't know if this is really how I want things, what I want in my life. It's not how you want it to unfold. It's already unfolded in a way that has put a bad taste in your mouth. And so, to the best of your ability, you're trying to analyze the pros and the cons. We have the Queen of Swords popping up for us as well. You might have a lot of people that are feeding into this dynamic with the Champion of Cups. I also feel like if you set boundaries with this person or individual, it is going to let out this part of them that is, oh no, this side, this guy. See how crazy he's looking? It's going to let out this part of them that spirals, right? I feel like you bring a truth to someone that they just don't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. They don't like it. They had a different idea of how things were going to play out. And it doesn't matter how logical or rational you are. If you're not choosing what they want you to choose, they're going to spiral. They're going to get all pissed off. Yeah, there's the devil. The devil pops up. It's an emotional manipulation. It's emotionally manipulative energy. This person is really kind of pushing, forcing their agenda, but Spirit really wants you to stay strong and listen to, again, that internal guidance. Okay, if you give in, what is that going to look like monetarily, right? Momentarily, not money. Well, it could be affecting your money. It could be affecting, your stability, your support, your abundance. Usually people like this do, and usually it's blocking our abundance because they're creating drama, they're creating chaos, they're creating distraction. There's not a lot of maturity. I feel like this is it's less about appeasing this person, but it's more about finding harmony for the whole, if that makes sense. So keeping your boundaries, having a very diplomatic perspective with your approach, not giving too much information, right? We don't have to explain away why we're choosing what we're choosing. I'm hearing short and simple. Also, and specifically, I should say, is because of what's going to follow suit if you try to help this person understand why you're choosing what you're choosing. Again, they're not going to like it. This is more, like I said, it's more about just keeping the balance in the whole of the situation. It's going to be less of a headache for you. It's going to be less drama, less chaos. And yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to be fine, because I do see a lot of pushback from this individual. I see them bringing other people into this dynamic. So whether they're talking about you behind your back, yeah, there's They might even have some coping issues, whether that's substance or, like I said, gossiping, slandering your name, trying to talk shit, trying to bring you down, that type of thing. It's just a very like survival of the fittest type energy, that Darwinian, you know, like I'm going to do what I need to do. And even though they want something from you, they're not trying to work with you. So it's control, right? It's someone who wants the power. It's someone who wants the control. And the name of the game for you, Virgo, having those boundaries, self-protect the best of your ability, try to keep, the situation, the whole situation balanced and harmonious. But again, you still have to maintain those boundaries. It is going to take a lot of work because I do feel like there's going to be a pushback from this person. Like I said, you know, look at the weekly reading if you're interested. There's a lot popping off, a lot of tension, and people who are not managing their emotions, their feelings, we're going to be seeing them kind of lose their shit. You know, sorry, not to laugh at anyone's misfortune. It's just life right now. There's a lot changing, and it's making us feel a lot of things, right? Whether we want the changes or not, it still brings up grief. It still brings up sadness. There still is this reflection that we have to go to. But a lot of this at the same time is about creating your own stability, your own support. Sometimes things are just too messy to iron out. Sometimes too much has been done, and it definitely feels like that dynamic in this situation because someone's not mature enough to understand how to just have a conversation, be an adult, right? Like not manipulate, not control, just say what they need, say how they feel. That's not really happening. And so you're in this process of like, does this work? Does this fit my goals? Does this make me happy? Is this something I want around? Or is this something that's kind of just throwing me off all the time? This has been a dynamic that you've been involved in. So again, be really conscious and mindful. This person is coming after your emotional energy, how you feel about them, how you feel about the situation, wanting to tug at those heartstrings to get you to respond. But Spirit's asking you to refine, you know, cut away. It doesn't mean that you have to cut them off right off the bat. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, especially because we see this individual getting more and more frustrated. The more things don't work out, the more angry they become. So a gentle approach is really important. Easier said than done, but I hope this reading helps. I hope it gives insight and direction. I know it wasn't the easiest reading. That's kind of been the climate, the theme of the zodiac right now. So just know it's not you. It's only for the next couple weeks, and definitely tune in next time. Drop comments below if it resonated or if you just want a helping hand of support. I love to give love. So thank you for your time and energy, always sending the love and blessings your way.